sit back, relax, and enjoy the Friday night presentation of Sherlock Holmes.
Get your paper here. Another murder in Whitechapel. Police suspect Jack the Ripper. Read all about it. Another member of the criminal element from Floating Returns. Police suspect gang war. Read all about it.
London plague, robberies, kidnappings, and tainted kippers. Read all about it. Police investigating network. Found jewels stolen from the Tower of London. Read all about it. What are you waiting for? Prince of Bohemia. Read all about it. Read all about it.
Paper. Look at paper, man. Paper.
Let's have a paper over here, lad.
Yes, sir. Right away, Governor. Evening news, evening news. Who stole the jewels from the Tower of London? Read about the baffling mystery.
London group by outbreak of crime and violence. Another murder in Whitechapel. London plague by robberies. What are you waiting for? Prince of Bohemia. Read all about it.
Foreman! Where is he with those bloody sticks? Foreman. What are you doing at the window?
The paper, ma'am.
You may read the paper below stairs when I'm done with it. Not before.
Oh, but there's something in here that will interest you.
Let me see that. Murder in Whitechapel. Gang war. Jewels stolen from the Tower of London.
Article about the royal wedding. Second part.
Royal wedding for Prince of Bohemia. Undoubtedly, you've heard my husband and I discussing certain private matters in regards to the prince.
I know my place.
Do you? You'd better give up any idea of blackmail, otherwise I'll have to inform Scotland Yard that I've a wanted forger in my employ.
Please, Mrs. Larrabee, I told you that in the strictest of confidence.
It was because of your criminal past that I hired you. I needed someone who could keep his mouth shut!
Blackmail. Nothing was further from my mind.
I trust so. For your sake.
The parlourmaid wished to give notice.
I pay her well.
Certain things in the house distress poor Teresa.
I'll speak to the girl.
Yes, ma'am.
His Royal Highness Prince Carl Starbert of Bohemia will wed Her Royal Highness Princess Alexandria Romanov.
I found it. Should be alone in a moment, darling.
Read this. Second column.
So he's going to marry a Romanov, is he?
That's good for us. The better the time, the higher the stakes.
We'll not unless we get those letters, dearie.
Oh, we'll get them. Never you worry. Foreman said you wanted to see me, Mrs. Larrabee. What's this nonsense about you wanting to give notice? I don't like the way you treat your friend. You misunderstand, Teresa. She's ill, not right in the head.
If we're ever harsh with her, it's only because we're thinking of none good.
You mean she's demented? Well, that does make a difference. Run along now. Let's hear no more talk of you wanting to give notice. Yes, Mum.
She's a silly thing. Might be wise to let her go.
Never. We have to keep up appearances. Sid Briggs here.
In the drawing room, Sid.
I let myself in. The door was locked. I couldn't resist the temptation to take it. What's the game?
There. There's a Miss Alice Faulkner staying with us.
Guest, you might say.
We met her a few weeks ago. She was despondent. Seems her sister, poor thing, drowned herself. Just it.
She loves the man who can never marry a commoner.
A titled gentleman, eh? A prince.
He wrote letters to the unfortunate girl, letters that could cause considerable embarrassment in the wrong hands.
You want some letters back, eh?
We're dealing with an insurance company right now, acting as a go-between for Prince.
And letters in here, right?
When Alice first came to us, she trusted us. When she began to have doubts, she ordered the lock changed on the safe. When we found out about this, we couldn't frighten or starve her into opening the thing.
Sid Princeton and Madison was helping us in a jiffy. I could do a blindfolded.
Never mind congratulating yourself. Just do the job.
No, there you go.
Voila!
Empty! Empty? Last me, not even a speck of dust.
She'll pay for this. What? She'll pay for this. Get her.
Twist the truth out of it.
Look here, Marge. I don't go for the rough stuff.
You think I've come this close to your fortune to let it slip away?
Sounds to me like the ghost is up for you.
She'll do it.
Beg your pardon, Mrs. Larrabee.
Yes?
I encountered this gentleman in the garden. He's gone around to the front.
What's gentleman?
His card.
I don't know this gentleman.
Who's the bloke?
Sherlock Holmes.
I'm getting out of here.
What's the matter?
Don't you know who he is?
Probably a representative from the insurance people.
He's a private investigator. I don't want to see him. He put me behind bars 2 years ago. He's a devil, that Holmes. It's him.
Keep calm. We don't have anything to worry about.
I'll hide.
Shall I admit the gentleman?
Of course. Find out what he wants. I'll be upstairs.
Please come into the drawing room, sir.
Thank you.
Won't you sit down, sir?
Oh, thank you.
And whom is it you wish to see, sir?
Take my card to Miss Alice Faulkner, please.
Ah, Miss Faulkner. She is not well, in very poor health.
I prefer to hear that from Miss Faulkner.
As you wish, sir.
Fresh fingerprints. Not more than a few moments cold. Particles of coal dust still clinging to the dial.
Good heavens, who are you?
No need for alarm. My name is Holmes. Sherlock Holmes.
Not the Sherlock Holmes, the famous young detective.
Actually, I'm a consulting detective. I assist the police with their more difficult cases. Now, who's been at this safe?
How shall I know, Mr. Holmes?
There's only one person in London who rooms in hotels favored by Coleman and is also a master at safe cracking. Sid Prince.
Sid Prince. Never heard of him.
Nevertheless, I suspect she's somewhere about. Please, fetch her for me.
I'll try, sir.
Try the front. She's probably watching the house.
Yes, sir. Mr. Holmes,
You are Miss Alice Faulkner.
I'm in full health, Mr. Holmes.
You are Miss Alice Faulkner.
I'm in full health, Mr. Holmes. Please be brief.
Miss Faulkner, you've been dealing with a reputable insurance firm regarding certain matters.
That is my business, Mr. Holmes.
Incorrect. It is my business. The insurance firm hasn't engaged my services.
You wish me to set a price?
I wish to speak to the real Miss Alice Faulkner.
And so you are.
Do not try my patience, Madge Larrabee. I know you and your husband have been keeping Miss Faulkner a prisoner in his house for quite some time. And, unless you reduce her at once, I shall inform the police. I happen to know the authorities in France are most anxious to learn about your whereabouts.
James! James, bring her in here! Hurry! You're a clever man, Sherlock Holmes.
Clever. I am not clever, Madge. I'm brilliant. And the sooner the criminal class realizes this, the sooner London shall sleep in peace.
Come along, dearie.
Let me go! Over there with her.
Who's the bloke?
Sherlock Holmes. A detective. He's working with the insurance people.
Don't reach for your pistol, Larrabee. It'll be a foolish gesture.
Pistol. I was just reaching for my pocket, you see.
You've been mistreating this poor woman. There are marks on her wrist.
I wouldn't tell him anything if I was you, Alice. All he wants is your precious letters.
Do you wish to lodge a complaint against these people?
I shall handle the matter in my own way.
I implore you, Miss Faulkner. If you release the contents of those letters, there's no telling the damage you will cause.
Damage? What do I care for damage? I'm only interested in one thing. Money.
The insurance firm will pay you a fair price.
Not interested in a fair price. You may tell your employers that the letters will cost them thousands and thousands of pounds.
May I see the letters?
You'll have to find them first.
Quick, there's a fire downstairs! Smoking out of the kitchen window! Fire!
With the devil's warning!
Don't let it spread!
Well, why don't you help him?
Because I have the matter under control. You see, when a woman thinks her house is on fire, her instinct is to rush to what she values most. For instance, a married woman would grab at her baby. An unmarried one would reach for her jewels. Or, in this case, letters.
I am done.
My only wish is to help you. You are in the clutches of two villainous criminals.
You're clever.
Brilliant.
Right. You have the letters you've won.
I have the letters, true, but I have not one.
Only a grease fire.
Foreman started it. Tipped over a pot of... Letters! Tipped over a pot of lard.
I cannot take these letters from you, Miss Faulkner, unless you turn them over voluntarily.
Why not?
Because that would be stealing.
Well, you could not have the letters.
Well, in that case,
You're mad!
I am not happy with Miss Faulkner's decision, if that's what you mean. I advise you to leave this place at once.
I'm afraid we're no longer Mr. Holmes. Oh, if they attempt to seize these letters, I shall destroy them, tear them into shreds, eat them, burn them, but destroy my shell, for there's no profit in ashes.
You are a remarkable young woman, Miss Faulkner.
I shall go to my room.
If any harm shall come to Miss Faulkner, I shall hold the two of you personally responsible. Be warned. No need to show me the door. I'll find my own way out.
Just when everything was going so well.
What are we going to do? Oh, where? Not without Sherlock Holmes onto us. What about the letters? Holmes didn't get them.
You know what we ought to do?
We ought to just go upstairs and take the letters by force.
What good would that do? Besides, you heard Alice. She'll destroy them, and not a penny for our troubles. If Holmes is in the case, and you need help, there's one man you've got to save.
Who?
Moriarty. Professor Moriarty. The Napoleon He hates Sherlock Holmes with a right passion. He'll get close to you and stop that soon in his tracks. Sounds good. What are we waiting for?
Where to?
Where else? To the professor's. Come on.
We want rich, strong people. Men and women were created equal. We won't stop till we have a voice. No discrimination. Women have a choice. Those for women, those for women. You don't be lost in society anymore. Women should have say in government affairs. Listen.
Citizens of London, the time has come for women to take their rightful place in the scheme of things. For too long, men have ruled the universe with no sort of sharing power with their wives, sweethearts, sisters, mothers, daughters, and mothers-in-law. Is this right? Is this fair? Is this noble?
No!
Sometimes it may be quiet, not grasp the opinion, and let your advice on the wrong penny.
I say the time has come for suffragettes to march on House of Lords, the Commons, the Admiralty, and all the bastions of male supremacy. We'll chain ourselves to the gates of Government House. We'll demand that Queen Victoria declare a national holiday to commemorate the injustices done to women by unequal laws and unfair men. And if all else fails, we'll refuse to serve tea.
What rubbish! Women ought to be locked up.
I said, what's the trouble here? Someone, you sir, come here.
These infernal suffragettes making a nuisance out of themselves in the public streets.
What's the police you're dealing with now? Move along. Move along.
Men are not special say.
Move along, I say. No trouble. No trouble. Now move along. There now, sir. It's as quiet as a summer night.
Trust so, officer. Isn't even safe to walk in London anymore.
Nothing to fear, sir. I'm here to protect honest citizens.
I believe so.
What was going on here?
I believe it was a suffragette meeting.
Well, we've been tracking some false suffragettes. You may want to check for some missing articles, jewelry, anything.
My necklace. Someone stolen my necklace.
My wallet's gone.
What a prick! Down the next corner, get up. You, go that way, make sure they don't go back. You, follow me. Stop! Thief! Stop! Thief!
I understand our contact with the Tottenham area has been falling out once again.
His collection from your protective society has fallen off by 2%.
I suspect that 2% is ended up in our contact's pocket. I think we can dispense with his future services. Arrange for his body to be found in Belsac, somewhere in the north of Scotland.
Yes, Professor.
What about the informant who was working with Scotland Yard on the jewel heist?
Disposed of in the usual manner. There'll be no trace.
As usual.
One of the dock workers in your employ were overheard mentioning that he was a close friend of Professor Moriarty.
Professor Moriarty has no friends. Professor Moriarty is a friend to no one. Have the to
Yes, sir.
see that his disappearance is noticed. Have it spoken of. Have the workers on the dock wonder whatever became of their mate. What they conjure in their imagination will be far worse than the truth.
You're a master of psychology, Professor.
Anything else?
3 of your men are put up for trial Thursday next.
Ah, yes. Thanks to young Sherlock Holmes.
He'll be the crown's star witness.
Holmes has interfered with my plans once too often. I do not wish him to testify.
Will you deal with him in the usual way?
You surprise me, my dear Joan. Sherlock Holmes is not a usual human being. Therefore, he cannot be dealt with in the usual manner. Commence. It's Mrs. Bassett. Admit her.
The professor will see you now, Mrs. Bassett.
Report.
A respectable hall from various suffragette meetings held throughout the city.
Clarify respectable. Not as good as a hall from the Tower of London.
Professor, a hall from the Tower of London is once in a lifetime.
Perhaps next time I can arrange to steal the tower. Anyone out there?
Sid Prince.
Who?
Sid Prince, the safecracker. He used her to open the vault at Stock Exchange.
I recall.
Any assignment for this evening, Professor?
I'll give word to you. It may be that I shall require your special talents.
Oh?
It depends on how my conversation with a certain private investigator concludes. No trouble with the police.
My suffragettes are well trained, Professor. Whenever it looks as if the jig is up, we stage my riot. When it's over, the onlookers are then relieved of their wallets, baubles, and leaves.
If I had used you for my previous assignments, 3 of my best men wouldn't be standing on the dock with Sherlock Holmes breathing down their necks.
Before we get the vote, it will be the end of our masquerade.
I do not wish to see so valuable a game of the suffragettes lose their color. To this end, I am working diligently to see that women do not receive the vote.
I understand.
Admit Sid. You'll get your cut in the usual manner.
Always a pleasure talking with you, Professor.
Remember me, Professor?
You left traces of coal dust on the vault at the stock exchange.
I did.
What do you want?
I come across something that might interest you.
Commence.
Seems this couple,
Names.
Madge and James Early.
They're wanted by the French police.
Blimey, Professor. Is there anything you don't know?
I don't know what you've come across that might interest me.
They met Monsieur Holmes, who has these letters. They're the Prince of Bohemia in a very odd way.
The Prince of Bohemia. Where are the Larrabees now?
Wait,
You brought them here! Here to my secret underground office!
I go to the Larrabees.
I hope you're right, Sid Prince. Otherwise, the Thames River will have you for an overnight guest. Joe! Admit the Larrabees.
Yes, Professor. I'm going to do nothing wrong because of loyalty. You know that. You can trust in Prince.
I trust no one. And that is why I will never be defeated. What is this distance you have from the Prince of Bohemia?
Not sure as we want to tell you. It's this, after all, our game, not yours.
Is it?
Not even certain I want to be here.
Silence!
Here now. I don't like being talked to like that.
Obviously, you do not understand to whom you are speaking.
Don't make the Professor angry, I tell you.
I'm not afraid of him.
You better be James Larrabee. Otherwise, you won't live to see another day. I have my methods.
Careful, Prince.
Sit down.
I was telling Professor about the Prince of Bohemia. Can you help us?
Who is the young woman in the case?
Alice Faulkner, stubborn. Seems her sister drowned herself in despair of the prince.
But not before the prince wrote so many love letters.
We planned to sell them to the insurance people.
Everything was going fine. Yeah. And then all of a sudden, like they call him Sherlock Holmes.
That name again!
Where are the letters now?
Alice has them on her person. She threatens to destroy them if we make a move.
You know the contents of each letter.
Of course.
You can make forgeries.
We have in our employ an extremely clever forger.
It's Pullman by name.
Holmes has seen the letters.
Only a small packet you returned to Alice. He had no time to open the envelopes.
Tie the forgeries up, so they look exactly like the packet Holmes held in his hand.
But why, Professor?
I have my methods. I shall have the counter packet at 11 tonight.
It'll be ready.
I shall also require a little assistance from you both.
You haven't said anything about business arrangements.
You will have the opportunity tonight to sell the counter packet to Holmes for a good round sum. You will take 100%. And I nothing.
Nothing. Nothing.
Nothing.
No, nothing except the fact of real letters, of course.
Careful, Jimmy boy. Don't make me so angry, I tell you.
You were, I believe, Mr. Larrabee, acquainted with one Alf Waxman, a well-known blackmailer.
Sure. I know now.
We all do.
Seen him around lately.
Now that you mention it, no.
And you won't be seeing him. He displeased me.
He won't cross you, Professor.
I trust not. I should hate to see you in widow's weeds.
You don't have any trouble from us, Professor. We'll see what we can get from Holmes.
But what about the real letters?
The disposition of the real letters will be no concern of yours.
Yes, sir. Whatever you say, Professor.
Your interview is over. Joan! I bid you good morning.
I was wrong, Professor. It's not a small assignment. Who could also Prince?
The interview is over.
Yes, sir. Whatever you say, Professor. Lovely weather we're having.
The principal here. Splendid. Professor Moriarty here. Bring my cab around front. I'm going to Baker Street.
To Sherlock Holmes.
Baker Street is whose residence I will be.
You will go there yourself?
I will go there myself. I will offer him peace. Or death. Either way, Moriarty wins.
You're a marvel, Professor. A human marvel.
London fog. Invigorating. Good for the circulation.
You talking to me?
No, my good woman. I was commenting on the healthful benefits of London fog. It's underrated. For some maladies, it can be most beneficial.
Bless me, sir. You talk like an educated man.
I'm Dr. Watson by the name.
Not the Dr. Watson. The one who writes about Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
The same.
I'm a great fan of yours, Dr. Watson.
You don't say.
Of course, I can't read myself, but I have a friend that can pronounce all the words.
Glad to hear it.
You and your Mr. Holmes sure do have some strange friends. I never did get over the case of the psychopath.
You liked that, did you?
Positively creepy it was. Scared me more than the case of the Sussex vampire.
Always happy to hear from a loyal reader.
I'll just say, no charge me. It's a pleasure.
That is kind of you. Thank you so much.
That's much, sir. Very expensive.
Bless me. Baker Street's becoming a gypsy bazaar.
I know she's from India and she's from Sweden. Plus, we never have enough matches.
What rubbish! You make them sound like the stuff you like.
This one.
There you go. That should keep you quiet.
Thank you, sir. Matches. And we're on some matches.
Person can never have enough matches. Foolish child.
Look sharp. I kept my eye on the house. Watched everyone going in and everyone coming out.
The professor is counting on us. Cover all the alleys into Baker Street. You may require our assistance.
I'll give you a policeman on the corner.
Good. Don't attract undue attention. Be ready when and if needed.
Flowers, flowers. Only a penny. Who wants one? Let's say no.
Holmes? Holmes! Must you yell, old from my music. Do put it down, Holmes. I can hear the strings screeching halfway up the block. You should develop an ear for music. I have an ear for music. It's your violin playing that makes me wish I were deaf. Surely my playing hasn't put you in this agitated state. It's the neighborhood. Baker Street is a perfectly respectable neighborhood. Almost too respectable in my taste. Too respectable. Oh, my dear Watson, I know you share my love for all that is outside the conventions and humdrum routine of everyday life. Baker Street hardly qualifies. It's comfortable, but routine. You wouldn't believe, though, if you had run down I just did. Map sellers, ribbon hawkers, push carts, suffragettes. It was busier than the fish market at dawn. Baker Street is not the best area for commerce. Therefore, I suspect the map sellers, ribbon hawkers, suffragettes, and pushcart peddlers are not as they seem. Talking riddles again. I see you visited Laley's bookstore again, and you were unable to secure your weekly copy of the London Review. How the devil did you deduce that? These traces of red clay on your shoes. The workmen are estimating in front of Laley's in particular shade of clay can only be found in the one locale. Also, the clay has not yet had time to dry. Amazing. And since the only reason you visit Laley's bookstore is for the London Review, it is a large, hardbound periodical that cannot fit into your medical bag, I can only surmise that they were sold out. You astonish me, Holmes. Elementary, my dear Watson. I met a fan. Flower girl down the street. Respectable sort. She was a fan of your exploits and mine were every talent.
Mr. Hudson, sir.
Oh, do come in, Miss Hudson.
There's a gentleman here to see you.
That's to be Inspector Lestrade of the Scotland Yard. He is not alone.
How did you know that, sir?
It's of no importance. Please show the lady and gentleman in.
Yes, sir. I do hate to mention it, Mr. Holmes, but some of the neighbours have been complaining about your target practice.
Indeed.
I do wish you wouldn't use my room for that sort of thing, Mr. Holmes. It ruins my wallpaper.
Quite right, Miss Thompson. Quite right. Lestrade is some woman. Lestrade is merely acting as a police escort. The gentleman in question is none other than the Prince of Bohemia, and the lady is Lady Edwina Hunter, a distant relative. And how can you be sure it's them? I looked out the bedroom window when they were getting out of the carriage. Now, excellent to see you again, Lady Edwina. My colleague, Dr. John Watson.
Dr. Watson,
Do you like him?
this is my nephew.
Softly, the walls may have ears. Pray be seated. I'll get those for you.
We come directly from the insurance people. They tell us you've taken complete charge.
That is correct.
What progress have you made, Mr. Holmes?
We have made minimal progress.
Considering your reputation, that's hardly encouraging. You disappoint me.
We'll pay you any sum.
My professional charges are upon a fixed scale. I do not vary them unless I remit them altogether.
We're desperate.
Your Highness, did you ever love the sister of Alice Faulkner?
That's all in the past. The future's all that matters.
I see no reason not to answer. I love her deeply, Mr. Holmes. I would have married her.
Nonsense. You're too young to know your own mind. Infatuation, nothing more.
Did she know of your true feelings?
Yes.
You say you would have married her, that she knew of your true affection, hardly the motives for self-destruction.
I have never been able to understand why she did it.
It's curious. She had everything to live for.
What matters now are the letters. In the wrong hands, they could be lethal. No matter.
me out there to fix it.
Mr. Holmes reports minimal progress.
I assure you, Lady Edwina, Holmes knows what he's about.
You'll forgive me if I do not share your enthusiasm. The stakes are too high for anything but positive results. I think we ought to return to the insurance firm and register a complaint. I trust you may expect more than minimal progress in the near future, Mr. Holmes.
Please forgive my aunt, Mr. Holmes. She's been under a terrible strain, and I can't reprimand her.
I understand.
I'll be down shortly, Alice. A one word with Mr. Holmes.
Good day, Mr. Holmes.
That lady Edwina, she's a cold one.
Her motives are clear. She only wants to protect the family honor.
Well, being the prince's bodyguard ain't my dear police work.
I consider it an honor.
I've got him to worry about, and that heist from the Tower of London. I hope you will give a hand at that when you're done.
An audacious crime. Robbery at the Tower of London. That would make an excellent title. Sherlock Holmes and the robbery at the Tower of London.
It may be a story for your pen, Dr. Watson, but it's my job.
I assure you, once this affair with the Prince of Bohemia has concluded, the Tower will have my full attention.
I'm obliged, Monsieur Holmes. Count on the straw.
Count on the strong? The man's a dolt. I doubt he can find himself in the lost and found department. The Prince of Bohemia. He is a rather unique client. You consider the Prince a mere client? Have you no compassion? A client, to me, is a mere unit, a factor in a problem. To have emotional qualities is antagonistic to the mere reason. You sound like a calculating machine. The plot thickens. What? Smells of kidney pie. Some of Mrs. Hudson's good old English cooking. Hardly. It's jasmine. Essence of jasmine. Perfume. Won't you come in, Miss Alden? Bless me. No need to hide in the shadows. I'm sure Lestrade didn't see you.
How did you know it was me?
There are 75 perfumes, which is very necessary for a criminal detective to be able to distinguish from one another. At the Larrabees, you radiate a scent of jasmine. Remarkable deduction. Elementary. Holmes, where are your manners? Please have a seat, my dearie. I am Dr. Watson.
Thank you. Now, I would like to speak with you privately.
Well, if that's what you want. No need, old fellow. I would like your opinion regarding the matter. You may speak openly in front of Watson.
As you wish. Now, I come to correct a false impression.
Indeed.
I told you my prime motive was a desire for money. I do not want money.
You seek justice for your sister.
Justice? There is no justice. I seek punishment, revenge.
Revenge is not only sweet, it's sometimes therapeutic.
I seek nothing for myself.
Why didn't you confront the prince outside the house?
Because I wouldn't prove anything. I want the world to know his disgrace, his cruelty.
Cruelty? Prince Carl impressed me to be a rather pleasant young man. Watson, please. Sorry. Is this all you wish to tell me?
Why didn't you seize the letters when you had your opportunity?
Because I am a detective second, and a gentleman first.
I see. Well, I shall take no more of your time.
I should have Mrs. Hudson serve tea. She is famous for her cucumber sandwiches.
No, thank you, Dr. Watson. I've already imposed.
You're still at the Larrabees.
I've made arrangements to move to the hotel. Modest but fashionable.
What?
Good day, Sherlock Holmes.
Miss Faulkner?
Goodbye.
Good day, Watson.
Lovely creature. My method seldom fail. She's taken the bait. Bait? In order to get those letters, I must have her complete trust. I am winning that trust. She seemed charming. Disturbed, but charming. My dear Watson, the most winning woman I ever knew was hanged for poisoning her 3 children for their insurance money. You don't like Miss Faulkner? To like a woman is the first step to loving a woman. Love is an emotional thing. Well, I hope so. Whatever is emotional is opposed to that true cold reason which I place above all things. Careful. 1.
Mr. Holmes?
Easy, Watson. It's the Larrabee's maid.
Mr. Holmes, it's hard to see you.
What are you doing coming in through the bedroom window? Most irregular.
Foreman said no one would see me come through the front door.
Foreman. My man at Larrabee's. Undercover agent.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, I'm so nervous. Wait a minute. What if the police had seen me? They'd think I was a criminal!
Compose yourself. Sit down. Now, give us the message.
Foreman says they're up making a bundle of forgeries.
They, you mean the Larrabees.
Yes, they're making copies of Miss Foster's letters.
I take it you understand from Foreman the seriousness of this business.
Of course. He has enlisted my aid. I am an ally, Mr. Holmes.
Good show.
Poor Miss Faulkner. They told me she was demented. I'm quitting at once.
No, you mustn't do that.
No?
I wish for Miss Faulkner to know I plan to buy the false letters. Tell her you overheard the Larrabees discussing the matter with Foreman.
If you say so.
But do not tell her that I know the letters are false.
But why?
I have my reasons. If you should work with me in the future, I shall demand your complete fidelity to my orders. In other words, my dearie, he does not wish you to ask any questions. You do wish to help Miss Faulkner.
Oh, yes.
Foreman's right. You mustn't be seen. I suspect the house is being watched. Watched? Careful on your way out.
I find detective work exciting, Mr. Holmes.
I was afraid of that. Off you go.
Yes, sir.
Holmes, this apartment has more traffic than Victoria Station. The game's afoot. I wish you would speak so I could understand you. What is it, Miss Hudson?
A match that I've got news from my sister, Mr. Holmes. The one with the headaches.
The match girl?
No, my sister. I'll have to go to her. There's no telling when I'll be back.
Oh, Watson and I will be quite all right. Could I be of any help?
I don't think so, sir. It's an inevitable headache thing. I'll make some tea.
We can manage.
There is all the Romeo in case of
Cold liver? I could have sworn it was kidney pie. I'm expecting a visitor at any moment. He won't enter the building unless he knows I'm completely alone. Go to Miss Hudson. Pretend to escort her to the tram, and then double back to the street. Do not enter the house unless you hear my voice cry out, or a gunshot disturbs the home. But Holmes, there's no time to argue. Do as I say. What's with all the mystery? People popping in and out? Holmes not telling me a thing?
Flowers, flowers, only one flowers, only a sale.
do come in, Professor. I find the violin relaxes me. Give me my violin, and I can forget a half hour of miserable weather and the all more miserable ways of our fellow men.
I find the same solace in higher mathematics. Are you saving it for a client?
Do make yourself comfortable.
You're not surprised to see me.
Hardly. Your suffragettes have been gathering in the byways of Baker Street for the last hour.
You know about them, I see. But then, I would expect no less of the great Sherlock Holmes.
You flatter me, Professor.
I've never underestimated you, Holmes. We're both connoisseurs. You and I have been fencing for years. Upon grow small. We grow together like a couple of greedy old pike. Either I finish you, you finish me, or we choke on each other. Either way, one of us must go.
I take it you have a proposal.
Join with me, Holmes. In the alliance.
An unholy alliance.
I may yet tempt you.
Jewels from the Tower of London. Loot from your robberies. Stop manipulations. You disappoint me, Professor.
You and I know what is most desired. Power. Soon, I will have the power to create the greatest crime of all time. World war. Nations will grovel at my feet. Millions to be made. Millions with which to buy more power. Kings, presidents, emperors will be humbled. What a glorious spectacle, Holmes. The world in flames.
I will never let that happen.
If you do not agree to join with me, you give me your assurance that you will never again hinder my plans.
And if I give you no such assurance,
Destruction.
if I was assured of your destruction, I would, in the interests of the public, cheerfully accept my own.
I shall miss you, Holmes.
I fear I shall deprive you of that pleasure. Lestrade and his men are rounding up as many of your gangs you can catch in the byways of Baker Street.
Will come here next.
No. I don't know how you plan to put your grand illusion into effect, but you must be free to move about, so I can hound you and discover your plot.
You have seen fit not only to reject my proposal, but to do so with irritating smugness. You have made insulting references. I cannot allow this to pass. You have won the first round, Holmes. But the second round will fall to me. I have my methods. You have been warned.
The game is afoot, Moriarty. I shall not sleep until they're behind bars and your plans are ruined. You have been warned.
Writing of the Prince of Bohemia and Russian royalty grows near.
Easy news, easy news. Unexplained global armaments on Austrian border. Read all about it.
Munitions start to skyrocket. Europe on the verge of war. Queen Victoria is her random tea.
Another body bomb, the Plumstead Marshes. Public is asking, why doesn't Sherlock Holmes do something? Read all about it. Read all about it.
Why doesn't she get here? Never you mind about Miss Darcy. She knows what she's about. I hope the bobbies didn't get her outside the British Museum. Lord, what a time that was. All them fancy ladies and gentlemen watching us riot, never realizing they're getting their pockets picked in the village of Bristol. Mrs. Bassett says we may make up half the insurance firms in London. Ha! Oh,
Those here.
Here she comes.
Good.
You go them in.
It's the professor. He's in a strange way.
How sad.
Very preoccupied, my dear. Very preoccupied.
What's the game tonight?
Can't say for sure, but since we're using this warehouse again, so close to the Plumstead Marshes, my guess would be that we played a game of murder.
If the professor doesn't stop dropping people in water, he's going to call the sailor. Ken! Someone's coming! Moriarty! You in?
No one in here but a suffragette lice, Miss Prince.
Scared me up to death with this Bassett. My heart's racing.
Well, sit down.
Lively.
You weren't seen, were you?
Mind if I walk away? No! No what? You might drop a match on the floor. What of it? Whatever gas lines that they leak. Now that you mention it, I can smell the gas. Dangerous stuff. Dead.
You might say we're in a gas chamber, so no matches.
I meant to die. Who's that?
Should be gas house Gertie.
It's her. Can't mistake that one. Greetings, my darling.
Did you bring it?
Of course I did. Only find it still.
Let's see it.
What is that pretty-looking thing? It's a time bomb, Mary. Ain't it lovely? Ain't the sort of thing I want to find in my Christmas stocking. What's the professor going to do with that? Who's it for?
All in good time.
Was he there all the time, Professor?
I shall be brief.
It's the finest piece of work, Professor.
It had better be gas house security, or this trap door beneath my shoe drops down to the slimy marsh.
You can trust me, workmanship, Professor. You sound violent product.
Trust. There is no word to use to more guarantee. Timing.
5 minutes leeway once it's set. If that goes up in here, it'll look like a tideway with the marsh.
Precisely.
Who's it to be, Professor?
Young Sherlock Holmes.
He's a big fit, that one.
They will be on the Sherlock Holmes of the water.
Who's that?
According to my schedule, it will be Mr. James Larrabee.
I again have a time finding the place.
Leave us. Stand ready for when you're needed.
This way?
You sent the letter to Holmes as ordered.
I did. Telling him to be his head midnight. Will he come?
He must produce the letters for his client or suffer irreparable damage to his reputation. Holmes has one thought that will trigger him.
It will stop.
Vanity. When you have your money, give 3 short whistles.
Not sure I could do that. I can manage one, but 3 takes talent.
Use this.
Thanks, Professor.
Not now, cretin!
When you're finished with Holmes,
Beg your pardon.
Mrs. Bassett will know what to do.
Sid!
I'm right here, Professor. At your service.
You'll stand guard by the alley. And when Holmes needs us, signal a bird call.
I'll get the job done, Professor.
Buck Larrabee.
Wait, what if Holmes tries something? What if he brings the police? Creepy old warehouse. Turns my blood to ice water. So we'll get big stuff in all of this. Don't like that Professor Moriarty. Too spooky for my taste. He's a sick princess, really good at bird calls. Oh, that is very good. Holmes! It's just you.
What is this place? Smells of a gas leak.
Delicate thing. I'm too misspoken. As of right now, it's my place of business. I choose get
I followed you to come.
And what you're going to do? Inform the police.
Well, I know what you're up to. That concerns you. You're going to sell counterfeit letters to Mr. Holmes. Oh, try to.
You're going to warn him, eh?
I will not allow him to be swindled and deceived.
Just how you plan to stop me?
I could lie off.
Why should you be protective of Sherlock Holmes? An affair of the heart, maybe. It's adorable. Place yourself in the wrong thing to come again. What will you give?
The real letters.
Have you got them with you?
Well, no. But I could get them.
You think he's your friend, don't you? At least not. Otherwise, he wouldn't be coming here to buy the letters from me.
The fake letters.
He doesn't know that.
Well, before he buy any letters, he'd ask for my permission.
He won't get the chance.
What is that for?
Joseph.
Wait. Where are we? Don't get me into this.
Ties her up and gag her.
No, no, please.
Don't struggle, dearie. It'll make me irritated.
Wait. I'll tell you what the real letters are. Then trust her. Just promise not to go on with this.
It's too late. Sherlock Holmes be here in a second. You know what to do.
Come on.
Oh, no, please. Have you no shame?
I can't afford it, darling. Make sure she can't cry out.
We know our business, Mr. Larrabee.
You just see what the professor said on any problems.
You just about finished down there?
Neat and tidy.
What? You're falling to pieces. What would kittens be doing out this way? Thought they had to live at the time like us. Just killing all day and night. Has to be Holmes.
I wish I could understand why the criminal element so fancies the Plumstead marshes.
The West Indian dogs are much too public.
Water rats live in these marshes. Perhaps that's the connection.
You never shy of the insults, are you?
Not when rogues are concerned.
You got the message, I see.
Obviously.
I chose this place because it was neutral territory.
Oh, rubbish! This is one of Moriarty's caves. I've been here on other occasions dealing with this rat.
Moriarty? I've never heard of him.
As a liar, Mr. Larrabee, you rank amateur.
I tell you, I ain't never heard of no Moriarty.
I'm here to discuss letters.
They're right in front of you, Holmesy.
Miss Faulkner has consented to the sale. On the contrary, I would say Miss Faulkner knows nothing of this affair, so let's omit her name from our discussion altogether.
And what makes you think Miss Faulkner is in the dark?
Your every look, tone, and gesture.
You think you can just read me like a book?
A children's book. Get on with it.
How much will you give?
£1,000.
Oh, 5!
I have brought the sum with me.
I won't take any less than 5, I tell you.
My time is quite as limited as yours. £1,000. If you desire to sell at this figure, advise me at once. Otherwise, I shall bid you leave.
Would you give me 2?
1.
Ah, well, why quibble? £1,000 it is.
My letters?
Paid for.
Now I've got you, Larrabee. You'll get 10 years for robbery.
Robbery?
These letters.
You don't even have a witness.
Miss Faulkner herself. I saw her enter this warehouse, and intermingled with the odor of escaping gas was the unmistakable scent of jasmine.
Jasmine?
Now, where have you hidden her?
Oh, pay no mind. It's just the water rats.
With you behind bars, the professor will lose one more incompetent crook.
You think so?
A whistle. Bit theatrical, isn't it?
Well, now that I see on the headlines.
I warn you, I learned uncommon fighting techniques in the Orient. My hands and feet are dead.
I'll talk. We've got something down.
We'll play safe. Bring out the girl.
Any trouble, Mr. Holmes? And the girl goes first.
She can be trusted, Mr. Holmes.
Can't be trusted, Mr. Holmes.
I recognize the lot. Miss Bassett and her gang of counterfeit suffragettes, Sid Prince, and the destructive Gashouse Gertie.
And what are you waiting for? Just tie him up.
This is indeed beautiful. It's not difficult to imagine who's at the bottom of this.
He knows about the professor.
No matter. Anyhow, the professor's a gent. He gave me a message for you.
Indeed.
He presented his kindest compliments. and wished you a pleasant journey.
Teddy, what are you talking about, Mr. Holmes?
A pleasant journey to the other side.
Yeah, we were a little bon voyage game. Ain't it pretty?
The bomb.
I hope so, dearie. That's what it's supposed to be.
Set it for 5 minutes.
That's the time. Just like boiling an egg.
Come on, let's get out of here.
Glad to see the last of you, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Are the ropes tied tight?
They won't be able to twist our hands over it in the knob.
Dude,
Courage, Miss Faulkner. Courage.
you all can stay here and chat if you want. I'm traveling.
I'm losing.
The great Sherlock Holmes, blown to bits in the Blomstead marshes. I'll just take that off your hands, huh? Your time's running out, Sherlock Holmes.
I really like that watch.
Let's say what's the matter right now. You tell me that
The most evil man in London. I suspect he wants the marriage to take place. That's why he's taken an interest in the letters.
I don't quite understand.
If the marriage takes place, he can then produce the letters prove that Prince Karl married under a cloud, that he employed deception.
Go on.
This affront to the honor of the Russian royal family will demand satisfaction.
Satisfaction.
War.
What? 3.5 minutes.
This in turn will put the professor in a position of unbelievable power since he controls the munitions cartel. That is the scheme. Count on it.
Incredible.
Miss Faulkner, your sister did not mean to demise as you believe, but at the hands of a hired assassin.
Can I believe that?
I know Moriarty's methods.
We'll soon be going out together. It was like a hard hang on to because of me.
Oh, these things happen.
Only to say how the case.
When Moriarty is involved, matters demand my presence. 2 minutes.
This is fine.
Nonsense. I shall free myself from these bonds and survive.
How?
In Tibet, I studied the thought concentration of the holy monks. They had this amazing power to shrink their hands through intense meditation.
Meditation? Oh, you haven't time! Hurry, oh, please hurry! Holmes! 50 seconds. Oh, please hurry! In heavens!
It's all in the inhalation. Proper breathing is really a boon to mankind. It's really a pity that so few men and women don't know how to breathe properly. Well, that concentration, of course.
Do you think you could hurry through all, Mr. Holmes?
You see, meditation never fails.
We'll have to try it sometime, not now.
You are a brave young woman, Miss Faulkner.
At the moment, I'm fighting woman. We must escape.
After you.
Hurry, there are only seconds left.
41 to be precise.
Extradition of the evening news.
Mysterious explosion in Plumstead Marshes. Warehouse blown to bits. Read all about it.
Police arrest fake suffragettes. Notorious Mrs. Bassett and her gang of female robbers behind bars. Fake suffragettes amid car heists in Tower, London. Read all about it.
Crime wave at an end since Scotland Yard. World wedding plans revealed. Queen Victoria gives a blessing.
Russia and Austria sign long-term peace pacts.
More military buildup in Europe. Munition stocks rise. Millions invested in bombs, bullets, and cannons. Extradition. Police arrest fake suffragettes. Mysterious explosion in Plumstead Marshes. Read all about it. Read all about it.
I have written you out a prescription. It should help your headache. Miss, I didn't quite catch the name.
Miss Gibbs, Doctor. Miss Lillian Gibbs. Thank you for your time, although I'm very disappointed to discover that Mr. Holmes isn't home.
Oh, yes, I do get a few patients who come in here hoping to see him.
Just a glimpse is really all that I wanted. I wouldn't dream of intruding on his privacy. Are you sure he's not here?
My dear young woman, I have told you that Holmes is not here. I am not in the habit of lying.
I did not mean to appear rude.
Is Miss Baskerville open?
Baskerville? Baskerville.
This way, dearie.
I won't take any more of your time.
Odd creature, that Gibbs. Nothing the matter with her.
Do sit down, miss.
Have a seat. What seems to be the trouble?
I'm desperate for help. You must tell me when Sherlock Holmes will return.
I don't know. What's the problem? Perhaps I can assist?
My uncle was recently killed by a gigantic ghost hound.
What?
A ghost town, did you say?
On the moors, outside the manor house. The villagers say it's a family curse. The hound of the Baskervilles.
Well, good gracious. Doesn't sound like a proper English ghost at all.
My brother, Sir Henry, is next in line for the inheritance. I must speak with Sherlock Holmes.
There.
My brother will be the next to die. I know it. I'm so frightened.
There, child, come with me. A nice little pot keep my mind into my own little ones.
Excellent idea. And perhaps after tea, Holmes may have arrived.
Come along, child.
Or girl, gigantic goat town? What's next? Holmes? What the devil? Oh, we're alone. Of course we're alone. What are you doing coming in that way? I had to make certain that Moriarty saw me. So, why didn't you come in the front way? There had to be a certain mystery regarding my return to Baker Street. You see, he means to kill me. You mean in here? He missed his chance in the Plumstead Marshes. Were you making that? In a fashion. Any unusual visitors this morning? Well, there was a girl complaining about a dog. A dog, yes. And a girl who called herself Lillian Gibbs. But suspiciously, she looked like the description you gave me on a mad Larry. Yes. Excellent. I thought to be here to see if I was still in hiding. The knot draws tighter. Miss Hudson! What's about the letter business? I have sent word for Lady Edwina and Prince Carl to meet us here within the hour. With Moriarty on the side? What better time?
Mr. Holmes, sir, and he come in.
That is what you may expect to hear when I do not wish to be heard.
Pardon, sir?
Be so kind as to fetch the cabbie on the corner for me.
Oh, well, cabs don't wait on the corner, so there's not enough business for them then.
I believe you'll find one there this morning. Please inform the cabbie that you have a tenant that wishes to go to the following address: 106 Harley Lane.
hurry, Miss Hudson?
Yes, sir, right away, sir.
106 Harley Lane. Why, that's the address the insurance owner hired you.
Correct.
You mean to go there when everyone is coming here?
Correct again. Hello, what's that?
Oh, some medical supplies I had delivered.
It might do, it's heavy.
Might do for what?
Do stop asking so many questions and get a habit. Ready? 1, 2, 3. It's a little fun. Make it much farther home and park it right here. On the feet, I'm watching them all.
You mean to leave it right there?
Curious.
What?
That he is here so soon.
Who?
No. Those are not his footsteps. Jasmine.
Pray for me, come here against your instructions.
You are a woman of strong will, Miss Faulkner.
Well, you wouldn't allow me to thank you last evening.
I expect no thanks, but I told you that we have a very important business meeting here at this hour.
What is it?
Oh, Miss Faulkner, quickly, play patient. Give your back to Mister.
No, the what visitor?
Walton, I rely on you. Of course. Again? Ah, there you are, my good man. I wish to go to 106 Harley Lane and then Victoria Station. You'll have trouble with the chest. It's rather heavy. I can manage.
So about these dizzy spells.
They give me no relief.
And when did you first notice this condition?
A fortnight ago.
Can I give you a hand? In my hand. Perhaps if I unload some of the contents. I don't want anything to break in transit. I don't know, John. What's this? Mind what you're doing. Stop! Too late. I got you.
Holmes, why are you putting handcuffs on the cabman?
Cabman? No, Miss Faulkner. I give you the author of all the evil that has transpired. Professor Moriarty.
I may swoon.
Steady, my dear. I do. Now's the time, Miss Rod. I'm sorry you didn't get the chance to finish me off.
That makes two of us.
I really doubt I would have ever reached Victoria Station.
So do I.
Ah, one like clockwork. Hey, Holmes.
There's your man, Miss Rod. Allow me to introduce you to Larrabee's butler, Professor. He's one of my agents.
London will sleep in peace tonight. Thanks to you, Mr. Holmes.
And may she always do so. Have you apprehended Madge Larrabee?
Yes, and her husband, too.
Splendid. Not only will I have the pleasure of testifying against them, but against you as well. I curse you. And I, Professor, return the compliment. Take him away.
Oh, congratulations.
Lucky soul.
Holmes, what are they going to do with it?
God, I trust. Visitors. Delighted to see you again, Lady Edwina.
And who were those men?
Two were reasonably respectable citizens. The evil-looking one was a minor.
No, Professor Moriarty himself.
We have more important matters to discuss.
More important than Moriarty. Please be seated.
I prefer to stand.
Could be get on with it.
Oh, at once.
Do you or do you not have the letters?
Yeah, I do have them. At the cost of £1,000.
What are you up to, Mr. Holmes?
What's wrong, Carl?
These are not the letters.
But
They're forgeries. Cleverly done, but forgeries nevertheless.
Are you certain?
Mr. Holmes, in spite of your supposed cleverness, they've tricked you.
You have disappointed Queen Victoria.
Moriarty is won and ruined.
Surely this does not mean you may not recover the real letters.
I'm afraid it does.
Did not put such trust in you.
The insurance people told me I could count on you.
Do you have any idea what this will do to international affairs?
This will be a slap in the face to your reputation.
Ah! Ruined! Ruined.
You are not ruined.
Your Highness, I informed you by messenger that the letters will be in your hands within this hour. Well?
Carl, are they genuine?
Yes, they're quite genuine. Your reputation is secure, Mr. Holmes.
But of the other letters? The forgeries?
Well, Holmes' methods are quite unorthodox.
If you say so, Dr. Watson. But I really do not understand.
What matters is that we have the real answers now.
True.
I'm sure you both will appreciate the strain Sir Holmes has been under.
Naturally. I shall inform the insurance firm of our complete satisfaction.
You are too kind.
Mr. Holmes, you have been invaluable.
I will show you both up. You're headed right to the insurance firm, correct?
Directly to the insurance firm.
Perfect.
So, you knew the letters you purchased from the Larrabee's outfit.
Yes.
And when you told me of this important business meeting, you knew I would come.
I really hoped you would.
Oh, you knew I would never allow you to be disgraced.
I'm an excellent trickster, Miss Faulkner. But before you say another word, I detect a bit of romance in your voice.
Your powers of observation are remarkable.
If ever I had time for romance, if ever my heart could reach out to another.
Don't stop.
Alice.
Sherlock.
Oh, Mr. Holmes, do forgive me.
You are?
Maggie Baskerville? My brother is Sir Henry Baskerville?
Niece and nephew of the murdered Sir Charles Baskerville.
Yes.
I know the case.
Only this morning, my brother received a letter warning that he would die at the flames of a gigantic ghost town.
Oh, not more letters.
Miss Baskerville, quickly downstairs, Alpha. There's not a moment to lose.
Thank you. Thank you.
Oh.
Goodbye, Alice. Think of me as one of those stately homes of England, fascinating to visit, impossible to live with. Watson, come along. What's in the games afoot?
I shall never forget you, Sherlock Holmes.